Our next distinguished speaker doesn't need any introduction. Omi Kordestani, aka Mr. Google.
Good evening, everyone. Special thanks and greetings to the mothers, of course. I really want to thank the PI organization as well as all the wonderful attendees in the audience today, the incredible speakers that I'm following, and I listened intently to every word they said. And the good news for all of you who are embarking on your careers and looking for that torch to be passed on to you, I think a lot of the messages actually hopefully will come together as I try to address some of the comments I heard from the previous speakers as well as add my own. I talked to Rudy about how should I talk today and where do I start, because some of you have seen this video on YouTube that was captured during my talk at San Jose State University commencement speech. And she told me that I should speak from my heart. Is that right, Rudy? And which is a dangerous thing. So I plan to be very personal with this conversation, and I actually thought of a theme for my talk and decided to call it Life is Messy, Take the Lead. And I'll explain what I mean by that after I describe a situation I was facing 2 years ago. So at the peak of my success, fame, and fortune, about 2 years ago I found myself in the office of a psychologist in San Francisco, a wonderful lady who was helping me to basically unknot some of the complications that had appeared in my life. I was asking her, shouldn't I be happy with all of that I've accomplished? Is this a midlife crisis I'm going through? I believe that marriage is forever. How come I'm in the middle of a divorce? Didn't I check all the boxes in life and did all the right things and took all the right steps? And those were some of the questions that were really burning for me, and this last 2 years has been an incredible transformation and realization. As Moz so brilliantly captures and presents the various characteristics and idiosyncrasies of us Iranians, Iranian Americans, perhaps there is one that can add to this list, which is we tend to pursue beauty and perfection in life to a fault. It seems to me that we tend to operate according to this Persian life manual, and that there are all kinds of right things to do on there. The right school to go to, the right degrees to go after, perfect nose and hair. And since I'm in LA, maybe I can make some cheekbones and teeth and other good things. The most fashionable clothes, not just the right partner to marry, but the right family to get into, and all the right backgrounds. So I came up with this theme of life is messy because it is messy, and checklists go out the window when life surprises you. It throws you upside down, side to side, perhaps on your face or on your back, and none of that is on the checklist or in this life manual that we think we have. And I would like to share with you some of the principles that I have come up with as I have gone through my professional life as well as personal life, and some of the learnings that I think will hopefully be useful to you. So here we go. The first insight. I think a lot of you asked this question from the previous speakers, and the previous speakers addressed this as well, which is, how do I decide who I want to be, or where do I start? And I think I recommend that the first starting point should be to have the most audacious mission and vision for your life. And really not limiting yourself with that mission, because your life, as previous speakers talked about, is this, starts, especially if you're just coming out of school, as a very simple foundation. And that you are in command of building that life. I was born in a very loving, normal, middle-class family in Tehran, a father who was an engineer and a mother who was a hard-working nurse. I was quite an introvert boy. I was better at listening and observing than being out there and being active. But inside me, I had always this dream of leading and having impact on people. My heroes were, when I would listen to music, were rock star stars, you know, rock stars. You see Andy there, I believe. There he is. I love your music. I fantasized about being a medical doctor. This was certainly inspiring today. And bottom line is I looked up to people who had impact on other people's lives. And again, my recommendation is when you think about your life and what you want to be, even if you're in the middle of your life and you want to change it, is to have this kind of, don't limit yourself, have this audacious vision for yourself. I never imagined I'll be leading thousands of employees and part of this incredible revolution, information revolution as part of Netscape Corporation and later on Google, which really transformed the way people interact and communicate, the way commerce is done. So you can't come up with that early on. But what you can come up with, and I think what I was looking for, is that, you know, I want to be part of something great. I want to lead and I want to have impact. And I think that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about this incredible mission you should think about. Do not think small. Do not allow yourself to compromise. Do not ever think a good enough job is all you should be satisfied with. Or a good enough education is enough. Or a good enough personal relationship or partner's life is something that's going to last. It's also important to, I think, know what you don't want to be. You'll have a sense of things when you experience life. I think Firouz said it very nicely about his career at JPL and how he's proud of the 30-year span of it. Is that 30 years? And you know, when I was at HP, though, I knew I'm not that kind of a person that to be in one company. So I knew I don't want to stay that long, and that led me to then change my career and get an MBA. When I wanted to go to get my MBA, I decided there's only one school I want to go to, and that was Stanford. And again, that's the way I set my mission for ourselves. And that's the way, by the way, we started Google. We decided that our mission should be very, very broad. It's to organize the world's information. And that's a pretty audacious goal. And that's what I want to leave with you on this first principle. Be audacious, have huge vision, and you will find your way. Second insight, surround yourself with high-quality, diverse people and keep them in your life. Do not waste time with people or friendships or relationships or mentors that really do not add value to you or you don't learn something from. I've had in my personal life the benefit of many such examples, and I will highlight a few of them. I went to school in Andishe in Iran. Any Andishe boys or boys here? And I laugh the most when I'm with those friends, and I forget how time passes when I spend with them. And I'm lucky enough that my core close friends and groups, I found them around the world. One of them is Babak Rugi. Where's Babak? Our Paya founder here. And these are the kind of people, again, you do not want to ever lose touch with, and you need to surround yourself with. My brother Rafa is in the audience. I have a German cousin, believe it or not, Attila. Family gives me this incredible foundation and stability. Girlfriends and boyfriends and partners. My first girlfriend in college, you know, made my eyes open to the fact that this country, San Francisco, could be my home. I was in undergraduate school, barely scraping by financially, with my mother working hard as a nurse in San Jose. And our focus was that I have to finish education so that I can pay the bills. And there was 1 month left to go, and I couldn't make it. Well, we couldn't make it. My mom couldn't make it. And there's a dear friend, Nasser Hekali, who I believe lives in this area, a Jewish friend of mine, who lent me money and actually made it possible for me to finish school and for us to keep our house. And those incredible experiences.